As we start to analyze data for a sample, we're going to look at something called measures of central tendency. It's really, you get a collection of numbers, you're looking at the middle, some way of representing the middle of that set of data. Here I have a hypothetical ages of students in a class. I've seen this example in a previous video with the same numbers. And so what I want to do is find the different measures of central tendency for this set of data. Now the four measures that we're going to be looking at are called the mean, median, mode, and mid-range. I can't get my fingers to bend that way. There we go. Mean, median, mode, and mid-range. Okay. And they all start with M, which is weird because they're all representing the middle in some way. And we're going to start with the mean. I'll probably do a video for each one here, but the mean is the first one. And the mean really is just an average. It's also called an average. You could think of it that way. And I'm sure many of you have calculated averages before, or means. You basically sum up all the values and divide by the total number of values that are listed. So here, the sum of the data divided by the number of items. So when we do this, we just add up all the numbers, right? And so the notation for this, a mean is represented by the notation x bar, call it x bar, or x with a little line over top of it. And it is the sum, and we use the Greek letter sigma to represent a sum. So it's the sum of all the x's. We'll consider each of these data items as an x value, okay? So the sum of the x's divided by the n, which is the number of x values there, or number of data items, okay? So this is the notation. It looks a little bit strange probably, but this is the sum of the data items divided by the number of data items, okay? And to do that, we just literally add them all up. So it's 18 plus 19 plus 22 plus dot 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 all the way to the end, which is another 22, right? So you're just adding them row by row, whatever. There's 18 of them there, right? It was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3 is 18. So we divide by 18 because there are 18 total people in that class. And so to do this, we add them all up on the calculator. Now I'm typing in 18 numbers here to add up, and I haven't done this already, so I'm actually going to go through that, so bear with me for just a moment. 18 plus 19 plus 22 plus 18, 25, 32, 21, 18. You can double check me at home if you'd like. I think that would be helpful, because I could very easily mistype this. Oh, I almost did. I hit 2 and not 22. Double check. So 22, 18, 19, 21, 20, going backwards. 16, 18, 17, 19, 19, 18, 21, 32, 25, 18, 22, 19, 18. Okay, I think I got that right. That looks like 362. Alright, so that sum should be 362 all over 18. And if I divide that by 18, I get approximately 20.1. Now it's 20.1 repeated, 20 and 1/9. So the mean is not an actual value, but it's in between, right? It's between 20 and 21, but very close to 20. So we could say the mean is around 20 years old, okay? Very close to 20 and 1/9, because it's a repeated one. So anyway, that's our average or mean. And again, it's just calculated by adding up all the data items and dividing by the total number of data items present. Now you can actually get this off a frequency distribution as well. And that can be a little bit shorter if you have it, because you don't have to add up all 18 of these. What you can actually do, its equivalent, is you can multiply each value by the frequency of times that it occurs and then add those up. So 16 times 1, so if we do it, it's x times f basically, you get 16. 17 times 1 is 17, 18 times 5 is 18 times 5, 50, or 90, yeah, 90. 19 times 4 is 70 something, 6 I believe, right? 19 times 4, I'm just double checking myself, 76. And then 20 times 1 is 20, 21 times 2 is 42, 22 times 2 is 44, 25 times 1 is 25, 32 times 1 is 32. And if I add those together, in theory I should get the same 362, but let's do that. So it's 16, 17, 90, 76, 20, 42, 44, 25, and 32. And yes, I get 362 out of that. And if I add up my frequencies, I get the 18, and again you just divide the products by the 18, by the number, and that will give you the same 20.1. So a couple variations on how you do that. Of course, with the frequency distribution, you just have fewer things to add together, but you do have to do the multiplications beforehand. So which one is easier? I mean, you have pros and cons to each one, I suppose. But either one is valid, and they get you the same result of 20.1 years for the average age. So in the next video, we'll look at the couple other measures, the median mode and mid-range. Maybe we'll split them up into new videos each, and I'm not sure yet. We'll figure it out.